Good day guys, we're Strick and Fran.
And before we became the Castaways, this is how it all started.
Hope you enjoy it.
So Fran and I loaded the boat. We headed off for a month island hopping up the coast. It then turned into 4 months through some of the wildest and most remote coastline this country, Australia, has got to offer. Relying on Mother Nature for food and drink.
Huge, and each one of these legs is going to be like a whole meal. Look at the size of it!
Our 17-foot boat took us to some epic locations, chasing adventure and that fish of a lifetime.
Oh, big one! Really big one! I've literally travelled 1,000 miles.
But mate, there were some close calls.
Day 83, and the salty dingoes sprung a leak.
Now we've got a 4-metre crocodile that's been stalking us. Bloody hell, Jack, you happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Tide's got the boat, and it's been off and sailing. It's turned the salty dingo into a sailboat, drifting away.
So subscribe to the channel to come along for the ride, but first, let's take it back to where it all started.
The great adventure has officially started. There's been a couple of hiccups along the way. There's been broken down cars. I don't want to go into it. It's been a long couple of days, but check this out. Salty dingoes in the water. That's everything we need in there, plus a little bit more. It's been too rough to get out to the island we wanted to camp on, so we've just pulled in this little mangrove river. On the way in, we saw 4 or 5 crocodiles, the biggest one being just on this bank over here. It would have been 4.5 meters long. It was huge. It's like a dinosaur. This is the kind of the adventure we wanted, you know, the rogue, the unknown, the danger. I guess we're finally getting what we wished for. So night 1 is going to be spent up here in the hills somewhere. How good's this?
Home sweet home.
There used to be a bit of a local legend that lived on the riverbank here in a house fully self-sustainable with solar and all the works. He's since passed away, rest in peace. There's now just a big crocodile that guards the bank out the front of his place. Yeah, we've been given the keys to the house, so check this out. This is where we've ended up. Fireplace out the front, a little shack there. Friends setting up a swag there. And this is overlooking one of the most remote but rich rainforests down about 100 meters, and then the riverbank. How wild.
Show them the bathroom.
The bathroom? All right, let's go through to the loo with a view. He's even got the big screen telly set up in here. This bloke was living in style. Out to the outhouse. Bathroom. Loo with a view. So every time you leave the boat anchored, there's a certain level of anxiety the next morning when you're walking down to check it. Swung around. It's still there, but for the first like couple of split seconds it wasn't where it was meant to be. But that looks like my boat. Oh, that made me nervous, Fran. Now, hopefully the tides and the weather's right, we're going to get out, head east to the islands where we want to be. Nothing's been snatched, I don't think, which is good. Are you nervous?
Very nice.
Very nervous. It's all looking good though. Oh. There's that sandbar we would have hit if we went at a lower tide. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Wow.
Here we go, 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 go! Go, 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 yes! Woohoo, we're going! Yeah! So we've made it to our first island camp. Here it is, Fran's just surveying the island, checking the surroundings. It's bloody beautiful. First thing you notice when you come in is this whole dark shadow here is all bait fish, and there's GTs and mackerel flying through it. There's birds coming down.
beautiful white sandy beach for us to camp on. This is perfect. This is the reason we're going on the Great Adventure, is to find spots like this. Right, we've got a set line on the hand line out here. A livey swimming around in the middle of that school. You think surely it's just a matter of time for a queenie or a trevally or a mackerel picks him up. Friend's doing her best with a popper down the beach here. There's birds diving on bait, on poppers. There's a bit going on. Hopefully we can catch some lunch. Holy moly! This is so fast. Did you see that come in and hit it? What do you reckon it is? It's so fast. What? That was crazy. Ooh. Oh, what's chasing behind it? Is that a shark? There's a shark. There's a shark after it. Get the dog, Fran, before the shark does. Bring him up. It's a Spanish mackerel. It's a Spanish mackerel off the beach. How good's that? Oh, beautiful. How cool's that? What are you doing there, Fran? What's the plan for lunch?
Sashimi.
Sashimi?
Yeah.
So fish gets cut up, put in a Tupperware container, lemon juice, cherry tomatoes. We have Italian ceviche because it's made by an Italian. Oh, big bust up. That is all bait fish through here. Cruising along them is Spanish mackerel, like we just found out. GTs and queenies hitting the bait. Incredible. So the idea is the lemon juices actually cooks the mackerel, as you can see there. So it's kind of medium rare. Throw it on a cracker. There's your lunch. Perfect. One of the lowest tides of the year at the moment, so right on low tide now. We're going for a bit of a walk. This coral that's out of the water actually produces its own sunscreen, so that's how it can sit out of the water like this guy and not dry out. Whoop. Gone. All right, dinner time today. We've got copper corn going straight on. And the other half of that Spanish mackerel. We did half ceviche for lunch. The other half is going on the grill. There you go. This is one of the reasons we wanted to come to these northern islands, is so you can cast off the beach, catch Spanish mackerel. It's got to be a pretty special place you can do that. As the sun's setting, there's schools of bait fish here that are getting, there you go, getting chased by bigger fish. So pretty special fishery, and that's what we're here to see, and the first day certainly paid off. Huge school of sardines right on the shore here. Get on, Fran. Go, 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 go. You're gonna go, 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 go. Did you get the dogs? Surely it was. Oh, you got heaps. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you got them. On the morning walk, we've seen a little bird here that we saw yesterday. It's a little bit sick. It's not well. I don't know whether it's swallowed some plastic and can't eat, or we're not sure. So anyway, we've cast netted a couple of liveys for him. We're going to go down and see if he is hungry and wants to eat these, and Fran's got some water for him as well. Right, here's that bird here. He's been sitting here for a couple of days. It's a shearwater, one of those blackbirds. Another name for them, they've also heard them called naughty terns. You can see Fran just sneaking up on him. The other side of Fran there. He's not too well, see? We've just found a little hiding spot. We're on bird watch. It's not looking too good here. The seagulls have come in and taken over, and now they're closing in on the mackerel frame.
Fran has snuck up, like on all fours to it, and lobbed a little dead fish, and he's just come in and smashed it straight away now that we've scared those seagulls up.
How cool is that? Cast straight off the beach, you got this beautiful sharky mackerel. There's a school of bait fish in the shallows there, and birds and bigger fish are just hitting them over and over again. So I cast this little lure in and bang, huge explosion. Before the poor bugger knew, I had him dragged up on the beach, but how cool is that? That is awesome. We had a bit of rain. I was like, oh, I'll turn the bilge pump on. Bilge pump didn't work. It's something to do with the wirings up under here. So time to pretend I'm an electrician, see if I can fix this before sunset without electrocuting myself. Wish me luck. Now, least favourite part of the day, anchoring the boat, swimming in as the sun sets. This is just something you always feel uneasy about, but got a mask on, it's always better when you see what's coming. Let's do it. We made it. So, a bit of flour, a generous amount of salt. It's similar just to a damper mix. Might be a little bit salty, these ones, but we'll roll with it. Salt to flour ratio might be a little bit off. That is a very generous serving. So there's our 2 months rations worth of butter gone. So there they are, the naan breads getting cooked on that nice coal base with the sunset. And then the idea is we're going to cook the bottom side of them, flip them over, put a bit of garlic and butter melted on top. There you have it. Garlic, butter, naan bread. Soon to come. Have a go at that. It is a work in progress. I reckon over the next month or so they will get better. I dare hope so. But for now, that looks all right. Is it good?
It's very good. A little bit salty, but it's perfect.
She said it's perfect, just not quite enough salt, she reckons. Just perfect. Bit of a tapas style tonight.
It's so good.
Is it?
So good.
Yeah. This was our first island stop. We're camping out of this for about 2 months, 1 or 2 months. We're going to try island hop the whole way up to Cape York. It's going to be pretty wild. Wind is picking up, so we're now racing the wind to our next stop, about 40 miles north. Everything's good, everything's just as it should be. Alright, we're out in the proper shipping channel now. It's rough. We've got a bit of wind against tide, so it's getting choppy. And we've got some rain clouds over there. So it's sort of a race against time before it gets any rougher for us to get to this next island and set up camp. Just seen a huge splash up ahead, and it was a breaching whale coming down. Ooh, we're broaching here. Yeah, there's a big breaching whale up ahead here, so we're just going to take it steady. It's still probably half a kilometre away, so we'll take it steady and then see what it's doing.
Wow!
What? That was one of the most amazing things we've ever seen. There was these 4 humpback whales on the surface, and we put the drone up. You could see what they were doing. They were just smashing the top of the surface. It was almost like to establish a pecking order or something, and then they were coming up and interacting with each other. And then there was dolphins like riding the bow of the humpback whales. So whales, dolphins, it's all happening here. This is honestly incredible. And if you ever want to feel small about your existence on this planet, come out and see 4 full-grown humpback whales staunching in the middle of the ocean in a storm. It makes you feel pretty small and insignificant. There they are. All right, let's continue on, see if we can make it to our island before the wind picks up any further. Hang on.
spot. Check this out. It's gonna be home for a couple of days. So first impressions of this spot is that it is a proper paradise here. We've got white sandy beaches. The water's actually a lot clearer than the island we've just come from, so I think we're a good chance of getting some crayfish. There's a little bit of a mangrove section too, which I dare say at low tide may hold a mud crab. We've sort of got everything we need here to set up for a couple of days. We're ready to catch lunch if there's any bus stops getting around. It was time to jump in the water and see if we could spear some lunch. Like this beautiful coral trout. Hey Fred, I got a nice trout. That's so perfect for lunch, hey? That is the best eating size coral trout. This was the nicest one I saw. We saw a few other smaller fish. Actually saw a really nice flathead camouflage on the bottom, which is pretty cool. A couple of big stingrays and amazing amount of lionfish. So there was a lot going on there. There seemed to be lots of poisonous stuff. But before I put this guy on the fire for lunch, we're just gonna gut and gill him. You go in the backside here. There you go, the guts. That's it. Give him a wash and he's ready for lunch. It doesn't get much fresher than that. He's pretty much just jumped straight out of the ocean, gutted himself. He's about to jump straight on the hot coals. Got a good coal base going there now. Fran setting up camp. Just trying to put the fire out a little bit, and then once we've bashed it down so it's just mostly coals, this coral trout's ready to go straight on. Perfect. Now this island we've pulled up on here, it feels like we're not going to see another person or no sign of a person, whether it's a plane, a boat, a yacht or anything. We're not going to see another person for, I feel, a fair period of time now. And that's kind of what we wanted to do when we came to these places, was we wanted to get completely away from where other people were going. And if you look around, I think we've found what we're looking for here. Had him on there about 20 minutes on each side. I think that's perfect, check that out. The idea now is we'll just peel that skin away and hopefully it's all cooked through. Lunch is served. And underneath is all perfectly cooked by the looks of it. Woohoo! That's good. Shame about the location and the company.
He's so funny.
Oh, that's perfect. That's what you want when it just all flakes away like that. Coral trout, cooked on a smoky fire, fresh off the beach. Walking through the mangroves here to see if we can't find a mud crab, but all we've found so far is just these stingrays. This is a white spotted mangrove ray, this guy, and there's also the blue spotted lagoon ray in the shallows here. Where's the mud crabs, mister? On this trip we are relying on hunting and gathering for a feed, totally surviving from the ocean. Walking through the mangroves here, the best thing we're looking for, the best feed, is a big mud crab. There's plenty of other cool creatures to keep us entertained. These mangroves are sort of like a nursery for all types of species.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with no mud crabs in sight, we make the compromise to collect some spider conchs for a source of protein tonight.
Sit down.
And it's amazing what you find time for when you don't have a job and not caught up in all that society bullshit. We're now both writing in a diary, and I've found time to read again, which is really cool. Stay posted, the diaries will be selling for $4.95 at the end of the trip. Oh yes! Oh wow! Right off the beach! Oh, how cool is that? Big bust up right on the beach on sunset. I think we might have quite a bit of dinner. Woo! Oh, not yet. Oh no, a shark's got him. Holy shit, this big shark eating a fish. Oh! What? That was freaking epic. Alright, these spider conchs should be just about ready. I've just put them to the side to cool down. The way you go about extracting these tasty little morsels is put them on there, get a sharp, blunt object, give them a couple of love taps. And there we go. That whole bit just pulls out. That bit there is so tasty. Tastes like a mix between squid, octopus, that kind of salty flavour. So nice. Alright, I'll get a couple for you, friend. There's a big school of bait fish all here huddled up in these shallow mangroves. Which is a good sign for trevallies, queenies and the like. See if we can catch some lunch.
Bring it here, bring it here, bring it here.
That's not for you, mister.
Yes, friend. What is it?
Oh, I think it's a little too.
We need to have dinner, so yes, bring him up the beach. Oh no! Oh, that was the perfect size for lunch. Bugger.
Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, trevally. Perfect cast, that deserved a fish, didn't it? Up here. Hold him up. Oh, he's a nice one. Phew. Nice one. What's going on here? Yeah, I reckon it's definitely an aeroplane, friend.
Later research actually found that this was a World War II plane wreck that ran out of fuel on its mission and crash landed on the beach here. Thankfully, everyone survived. I found this wreckage on the beach to be quite a reminder of just how lucky we are to be exploring these islands under quite different circumstances as these fellas in the past.
Once again, we're in search of mud crabs, and this looks like our most likely looking spot. We've come in here deep into the thick of the mangroves, hoping to grab a feed, but check this out. I'm just surrounded by mangroves and sandflies and bitey things. And that there is a sign that we've come to the right area. Have a go at the size of that bloody thing. Unfortunately, we're a little bit too late with this big bugger. Wow. You want to find though? Oh. Fancy, I think he's just in the hole there.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh shit, you got it. It's huge. It's huge. It's so big. That's the biggest I've ever seen. Wow.
Have a go at that.
It's huge.
That is huge. Holy shit, that is the one we were after. I can't believe how big it is. Look at the size of that. And purple too. Whew. That was so crazy, eh?
This is mine for dinner.
That one's yours?
Yeah.
Alright. How cool. That is incredible.
Good job.
Alright, here is the perfect mud crab hole. Deep in. It's actually a hard limestone base, but check out all these snails and stuff he's been snacking on out the front here. Oh, yeah, Frank, get him out, get him out. Do it,
Oh.
That is awesome. How cool.
Which one do you think is bigger?
Probably mine by just a little bit. Wow. Phew. Good job. Eating well tonight.
I'm glad we persisted with the mud crab hunt, as they are one of the best feeds you can find on these type of islands, and they tasted just a little bit more sweet considering what we had to go through to catch them.